thing yet. All right. Let's see what's in here. 3 ropes. These 3 ropes actually remind me of an experience I had in school. Would you all mind if I shared this experience with you?
Yes, please do.
All right. I was in math, probably 1st grade, maybe even younger. But my teacher was at the front of the classroom, and she was holding up 3 ropes. Just like these, now that I think of it. There was a short, there was a medium, and there was a long. She asked the class to tell her whether these ropes were all the same length or all different lengths. What would you guys have said?
Different.
A few of my classmates raised their hands and said exactly what you said, different. But when I raised my hand, I said, I forgot her name, Miss Teacher, I think they are all the same length. She replied to see her after class. Must have been 1st grade. So when the school day was done, I went to see my teacher at her desk. She held out the 3 ropes to me and she said, Kahlan, why don't you show me why you think they're all the same length? But before I show you why I think they are all the same length, can I have 3 volunteers that would take these ropes in their seats to examine them? You, sir, take the long one. And medium one, thank you. And would you take the short? All right. Stretch them. Try to curl them up. Check for any magnets, mirrors, trapdoors, portals, anything out of the ordinary. And make sure to let others around you maybe touch it a little bit so we know this isn't staged. So far, is everyone thinking they're normal?
Normal.
All right. And I'm not up to anything fishy. Nope. Can I please have the short rope back? Thank you. Now, can the people in that area say yes, it is normal?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This one, please, sir. The long rope. Now, can, like, some of you in that area confirm that this long rope is normal? All right, yes. And this one, sir. Thank you very much. This one is normal?
Normal.
All right. You've heard it here, folks. Fellow audience members have said these are all normal ropes. Okay, time to continue with the story. When the school day was done, I went to see my teacher. Yep. She handed me the 3 ropes and she said, why don't you show me why you think they're all the same length? Yes? I said, I can do just that. I hold up the 3 ropes like this. And I said, well, the first thing you gotta do when showing is you have to take them one at a time up to the top of your hand, just like this. First the short, and the medium, and then finally you have to take up the long. At this point, the ends are mostly the same length, and the loops are not. All I had to do at this point was a little bit of magic. And all of the ropes are now the same length. I'm sensing that some of you don't believe there are actually 3 ropes in my hand. Would this be correct? Mm-hmm. All right. But there is one. And there is, your fingers aren't working. And there is 2. And there is 3 ropes that are all the same length. middle of the week, I remember. Maybe Wednesday, probably. And my teacher needed her short, medium, and long ropes for teaching the next day. When she told me this, I said, not a problem. Let me just take the ropes up to the top of my hand. Once again, a little bit of magic. I guess that worked. I think you'll find that the next person I introduce is very cool. But there's one small problem. It isn't a person. Well, the thing that is behind this door is my best friend. And my best friend's name is Snowy, Black Rabbit. Now, Snowy lives in his little house here. In his house, there is a door in the front and a door in the back. We can take him out of his house, lay him down. Door in the front, door in the back, still the same. We can open up both doors of his house, just like so, and then there is nothing inside except for me. All right. Put him back in there. Just before the show, Snowy came hopping up to me and he said, Kahlan, I don't want to be a black rabbit anymore. And I said, why on earth would you not want to be a black rabbit, Snowy? And he said, well, as you know, my name is Snowy. And we've been seeing a bit of snow today. And snow is not black. Snow is white. And I want to match my name and be like all the other magician's rabbits I've seen. And I said, okay, Snowy, I can turn you into a white rabbit. Just wait until the show. He's been waiting quite a bit, feasting on carrots. I think it's time to fulfill his wish. But I'm going to need all of you to help me turn Snowy into a white rabbit. Can you all do that?
Yeah.
I'm going to need more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's better. My plan is to turn Snowy into a white rabbit. I think we need to scare him. I think on the count of 3, we need to say boo and scare him into becoming a white rabbit. How does that sound?
Mhm.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Count of 3. I think he's ready. 1, 2, 3. Boo! It sounds like a white rabbit. All right. Let's see. And there he is. I cannot believe it. Snowy, the now white rabbit, wants to be turned back into a black rabbit. I think he just enjoys being a part of the magic. But what he just told me is that he was thinking about it as he was being transformed, and he was like, well, I've seen all the other magicians with their white rabbits. If I'm a black rabbit, then people will remember me. Do you think you all will remember Snowy as a black rabbit?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, then let's make him into a black rabbit once again. Now, I figure since we said boo to turn him into a white rabbit, in order to turn him back, we would need to say the opposite of the word boo. Does anybody know what that would be? Any ideas? If anyone didn't hear, the idea of what we can say is oob.
Yes.
If we need a practice round saying that, I'd understand. Okay. This time, I think I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. And then we will say oob. Everybody ready?
Mhm.
Ready?
Okay, yes. 3, 2, 1. Ooh. And now he is back to being a black rabbit. Once again, I'm sensing a few non-believer vibes coming from this general direction. And I think part of the reason might be because some of you think that I turn Snowy around. Would this be true? Don't be shy. Yes, okay. I've heard some yeses. Let's take him out of his house. Door in the front, door in the back, correct? Open. Open. Empty. Would it impress you if I were to turn him around right here?
Yes.
All right.
The other side.
Other side. Got it.
Spin it.
Flip it.
Ooh.
I think I'm understanding. You want to see this side.
Yes.
Are you all absolutely sure?
Yes.
I know you're sure, but I'm going to need more than that.
Yes.
All right. Because once you see it, there's no going back. Are we all prepared?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Anyone need to do some stretching or need to mentally take some deep breaths? Don't know how you do that, but okay. If you're all really sure, I think he's embarrassed. What do you say if we turn him into a white rabbit one more time? Let's put him inside of his house. Door in the front. Door in the back. Let's turn him into a white rabbit one more time. We all remember how to do that? Okay. Boo, right? 1, 2, 3. Boo! And now he is, and will stay, at least until he chills. He is Snowy, the white rabbit. I think you all are going to enjoy this next little thing. Let me get it out here. Let's move this a bit. There we go. Have any of you noticed this? Wondered what it is? No one?
We're wondering.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, here is what it is. Anybody recognize the color scheme?
Stoplight.
That is correct. This is actually a model of stoplights. That reminds me of one of my favorite experiences as a magician. When I was first becoming a easing out of the newer magician thing, I started getting calls from people who needed jobs done that they thought could have a magical fix. Now, a few of these jobs were as simple as fixing a leaky faucet. Pretty simple. All you gotta do is snap your fingers and it magically welds back together. But this one was one of my favorites. And I'll show you why. I get a call from the village of Kimberly workers, and they say, Kahlan, this may sound strange, but we need you to come fix a stoplight. I've heard enough strange things, so I went right over, and they showed me the problem. They had to replace the burnt out light bulbs. And when the light bulbs were burnt out, they put on the lid so no one would get confused. First, they put in the green bulb, right? So it goes at the bottom, correct?
Yep.
Green. And then the yellow, right?
Yeah.
So it goes in the middle. And finally, the red, which goes at the top. And then they took off the cover. And at the bottom was red. And in the middle was green. And at the top was yellow. Now, can we all clarify that this is not correct?
Not correct.
I wanted to try it for myself to see if they were pulling my leg. So I took out the yellow. Jumpy red. Okay, I took out the green, and I took out the red. Then I placed on the cover so no one would get confused. In goes the green. In goes the yellow. And in goes the red. All right. That was almost my exact reaction when it happened once again. Now, I'm thinking that the main problem is with the red bulb, because when I put it in, it's somehow skipping past the yellow and the green to get to the bottom. I don't think there's enough space in here for it to do that. Okay. Put that there for now. Then let's put the green and yellow in, put on the lid so no one gets confused, and set that to the side. Out of my bag, let's take a bit of tissue paper, or wrapping paper, and let's carefully wrap up the red bulb. You can see it in there. And let's safely tuck it into the bag. I took my bag and I head to the hardware store. I asked the man behind the counter, I say, "Do you have any red traffic light bulbs?" And he says, "I am so sorry. We have green traffic light bulbs, we have yellow traffic light bulbs, but we have no more red traffic light bulbs." I said, "That's fine. I just have to resort to a more magical solution." So, I call up the village workers on my phone and I say, "Meet me back at the work site in 5 minutes. Tops." And I drove back as fast as I could. Well, I rode back in the backseat of my mom's car. I am only 12. Anyway, I get there, and I get the traffic light and my bag up on the little workspace they've set up, and I say, "Watch." Snap both fingers, and I asked one of the village workers, "Could you kindly take off the lid?" They did so very quickly and revealed the green bulb and the yellow bulb, which I'd put in before. And then finally, the red bulb. Now you may be wondering, what happened to the red bulb that went into my bag? Well, the funny thing was, walking to the hardware store made me incredibly hungry. So I was thinking about food at the time. And as I unwrapped to see what it was, I had an idea. And I showed the workers, as I said, "Orange, you glad you called a magician." We love the classics. unfortunately, I think I only have one final little thing to share before I must go. You don't have to hold back how sad you are. I know. Let's see here. Four rings. Let's quick move this to the side. And if I could get a little bit of music.